This is Pawn Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazon, a.k.a. El Borracho. Ladies and gentlemen, former welterweight champion of the world, Keith Thurman is going to be facing Mario Barrios February 5th, pay-per-view. Had a recent interview with Eay Flores. And Eay Flores, just paraphrasing, asked him on the potential showdown between him and Bud Crawford. So if you're successful versus Mario Barrios, Keith, what do you feel about fighting Bud Crawford, or the chances of you fighting Bud Crawford? And Keith Thurman saying, you know what, he would love to fight a Bud Crawford. Of course, he want to fight the champions, but that this fight between Mario Barrios is actually a WBC title eliminator, which potentially, if he does beat Mario Barrios, he will be the mandatory defense to Errol the Truth Spence. Now, we all know that a title eliminator doesn't grant you the mandatory, a mandatory. It got to be a final eliminator. So if you would have said a final eliminator, then I would be like, okay, he's certified going to be the mandatory to Errol Spence. But knowing the WBC, and you know, I don't put it past him that they will grant a Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence, and probably if Keith Thurman beats Mario Barrios, which I think he will, yes, and I will do the prediction towards that fight in a couple of days. But it was a good interview with Eay Flores. I'm gonna say like this: Keith Thurman always give in-depth, great interviews, man. You don't even gotta ask him a lot of questions. He's gonna give you in-depth answers. And I love all his interviews, man. That's one thing about Keith Thurman. He's very transparent in the info he gives. You know, whether you like it or not, he gives transparency. He gives in-depth answers. And, you know, he makes it very, very clear what he wants, the potential, how he's going to be moving forward with his career, who he wants as an opponent. He actually was talking about Boots Ennis and said, yes, I've seen Boots Ennis, gave all the praise to Jerome Boots Ennis. You already know Boots Ennis, the man that I've been talking about for almost nearly 3 years. And I was saying that Boots Ennis is going to be the second coming to Roy Jones Jr. Y'all already know. And people was like, yo, Punch Drunk, yo, you gotta relax, man. You prematurely, prematurely predicted how good these fighters going to be and things of that nature. I told you about Jerome Boots Ennis, ladies and gentlemen. I told you he was special. He's still special. Virgil Ortiz is special too. That's a future pay-per-view showdown. But Keith Thurman said he got his eyes set, of course, on Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. But of course, it's PBC. It's in-house fights. And like I said in one of my videos, I said Errol the True Spence and Keith Thurman is the most lucrative fight in the PBC banner. In-house fight. That's the most lucrative fight there could be. So I'm saying Bud Crawford, do what Canelo Alvarez did, do what Manny Pacquiao did. Manny Pacquiao, one of the best wanted to compete versus the best welterweight. He signed his multi-fight deal with PBC. Canelo Alvarez wanted to become undisputed. He went to PBC. Bud Crawford, hey, if the legend could do it, and the potential and the living legends do it, the pound for pound guys in the sport of boxing, the cash cows in the sport of boxing made the move to PBC. Then Bud Crawford, you need to make that same move if you want a piece of Errol Spence before Keith Thurman gets in position as a WBC mandatory. Remember, Errol the True Spence fought Danny Garcia was in position as a mandatory, but it was a voluntary defense. They never used it as a mandatory. So, you know, you could see an immediate mandatory from WBC, but I highly doubt they do anything immediately. But I would like to do an interview with Keith Thurman once again. If you check the interview that I had with Keith Thurman during this summer, during the Manny Pacquiao and Ugas, it was a great interview by your boy Punch Drunk Boxing. Please check it out, and hopefully I could make it down there to Las Vegas, Nevada, and interview Keith Thurman in the quest of putting himself back in position into elite contentions in the welterweight division. So, this is Punch Drunk Boxing. Please subscribe to the channel. Smash the notification bell so you can get my updated videos. And also, like I always say, the slogan, God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. And You already know we're brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. And the best investment that you can make in your life is have God in your heart. Forget about the crypto or Dogecoins. Invest in having a great relationship with the God Almighty. So subscribe, like, and share.